Hare Krishna. Text 55, 16, chapter 8th canto, text 55. Dakshinam Guru Vedadhya Ritvibhyascha Yatharhataha Annade Nasha Pakamscha Prinayet Samupagatan. One should satisfy the spiritual master and assistant priests by giving them cloth, ornament, cows, and also some monetary contribution. Also by distributing prasadam, one should satisfy everyone assembled, including even the lowest of men, the chandalas, eaters of the dog flesh. So this is the glorification of prasadam. In fact, one of the unique elements of Krishna consciousness is prasadam. When devotee was telling Prabhupada, this prasadam is so nice that even if some brahmacharis leave the temple, still they come for prasadam at least. This is the in the beginning of the movement when Prabhupada started in America, he used to make gulab jamun. And Prabhupada used to laugh actually seeing the American diet. He said, this is actually diet for prisoners, what you're eating. This is not a diet. In India, we'll give to prisoners this diet. No spices, bread that is 300-year-old, Prabhupada used to laugh, dry bread, and just maybe boiled vegetable, that's it. And meat. Prabhupada used to laugh, this is the food. In fact, many devotees tell Prabhupada, we are eating what we could not even dream. The food that Prabhupada was cooking. And he used to make gulab jamuns and he used to make a jar of that. And they used to just eat and used to finish. In fact, many devotees used to say, these are Prabhupada's bullets. Because after that, they used to just become floored. They used to just become finished. So it's also a saying, way to the heart of the person is through the stomach. So this is also practiced materially. When people want promotion, they want to encourage somebody, even as friends, they want to encourage another person, they go to eat in a good restaurant, isn't it? People give party and they go and eat together, they relish together. So prasadam is something different. Not only it's a food, it's a mercy of Krishna. Because we have no capacity at this instance, we have no capacity to perceive Krishna. So Krishna comes with the mercy as prasadam, the easiest appreciable mercy. But then distribution of prasadam is actually effective when it is accompanied by Harinam. Therefore Prabhupada used to many times say simply giving prasadam is nonsense. Because we can see, but if it is combined with Harinam, it's very effective. Just like ISKCON has the Food for Life program, they go to some area and they do Harinam. Lot of people gather, and irrespective of person is poor or rich, prasadam is distributed. Correct? So the people chant the holy name, they hear the holy name, and they get prasadam. And if you look at our spiritual life, we became devotees in that way. Not just we took prasadam, it will be effective definitely, but the process, particularly in Kali Yuga, works more faster if it is combined with Shravanam, either Kirtan or just like in a temple we have program, then it is very effective. So this is, but as such prasadam is very powerful. There are so many stories of prasadam being very effective. Anyway, so this is prasadam is made there is no shortcut. Prasadam means it starts from the moment you purchase. When you go to the market and purchase, it is not that I want to eat that item. Then it is not prasadam, that's bhoga. There bahut times se khana nahi khaya. Then it's not prasad, bhog kha rahe ho. From the moment you purchase, it is for the deities. Okay. And then you bring and then you prepare in a very clean way. Again a devotee does it. And then with devotion it is offered to the Lord, again by a devotee. And then with great devotion it is honored. Then it is prasadam. That's the total prasadam. Otherwise, we don't know what to say. Just like Radharani is also a devotee, and we are not devotees, trying to be devotee. Now, you cannot say we are also equal. So similarly, prasadam also, it is not just prasadam. There is a variety in prasadam also. It depends. When it is, therefore, when it is offered with great love, that prasadam is very potent. Spiritual life also there is variety. Not just prasadam. Prasadam is absolute, fine. But in absolute there is variety. We are not impersonalist. So there are many instances the prasadam when was offered to Lord Chaitanya with great devotion. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, oh, this is special, this is very special. This is very, very special. Who has done this? And there are many instances where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu speaks ecstatically about prasadam. Okay? So the prasadam therefore depends on the variety. So therefore, it's always important, the pujari and the cook, if they are devotees, they can lift everybody's consciousness. But if they are lax, they can pull down everybody's consciousness. There was once in Hyderabad it happened. So the devotees were extremely busy and a lot of work was going on. So they asked one carpenter, can you cook? He said, I know cooking. He was doing some carpentry work. He cooked. So Prabhupada just tasted it. Actually, it was not tasteful, but he could sense it, something is wrong today. Immediately Prabhupada, who cooked it? Prabhupada said, what happened? Actually, we were so busy, we asked this carpenter cook. Prabhupada was fire after that. This is nonsense. You have degraded everybody's consciousness now. So that is also should not be there. Therefore, actually very, very important element of spiritual life is prasadam. Okay? And prasadam also makes our food pure, because even vegetarian food there is some sin, because we have given some inconvenience. But when we have offered to the Lord and taken, it becomes not only free from any sin, it carries Krishna's mercy. In fact, many times devotees come to temple and they say, why the prasadam is so tasty? Now, we are not expert cooks. None of us are some specialist. In fact, Prabhupada does not advise like that, go outside and learn cooking. No. Just like even singing. There is no need to learn outside singing. Prabhupada does not advise, he has spoken against it. Prabhupada said, we are singing, by singing you learn. So similarly, cooking amongst devotees, you learn in that way. Okay? As you cook, you learn among devotees. Oh, you learn how to cook. Okay? That is the way we learn. And then what happens is that Shri Radha Govinda ki, Shri Gaunitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Time. So when we cook with devotion and offer to the Lord, because there is some inconvenience we have given even in a vegetarian diet. Therefore we say we are not vegetarian, we are Krishnatarian. Okay? Because we are actually taking the food which is accepted by the Lord. Okay? So, but at the same time, to digest prasadam, we should work hard. Otherwise, it causes. There was some time devotees were in Mayapur. The Prabhupada, lot of devotees they are having indigestion. Prabhupada said, yes, you don't work, you cannot digest. So that it's not the way. Prasadam has its great value. It's honored. Now, just some things I had collected. I have not. New collection is already there. This is from. I'll just connect myself now. I'll just read some of the instances of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time when he took prasadam and he honored prasadam and something happened. Spiritual practice, Krishna Prasadam. In fact, there are some more. I am not getting that. O Brahmanas, in the eating of food such as rice and water, which has been tasted by the Lord of the universe, Krishna, there is no consideration whether it is eatable or uneatable. Just as Lord Vishnu is spiritual and is not subject to mundane transformation, so in the same way, Prasadam is spiritual and untransformable. Those Brahmanas who consider that in the eating of Vishnu Prasadam there is some mundane transformation of his spiritual qualities and it can become contaminated by contact with someone's mouth or hand, become afflicted with leprosy and become bereft of their sons and wife and go to hell, never again to return from that place, from Vishnu Puran. The Prasadam is totally transcendental. We should be the Vikara, we should not take it material. Therefore, generally the rule is we don't eat anything cooked more than 3 hours before. That's the rule. Correct? But Prasadam, we don't bother for that rule. We eat even much later. Just like so many times we get Prasadam from some holy place. So many days are over. Still we honor the Prasadam. This is the famous verse we all chant. Mahaprasade Govindinam Brahmane Vaishnave Salpa Punya Vatan Rajam Vishwashane Vijayate. One devotee was telling that's the only mantra he knows when he joined he used to come to program in Muscat. So that's the only thing he knew. So he used to think that he didn't know what it means. So he used to come offer obeisance to Prabhupada, chant Mahaprasade Govindinam. People used to laugh. And this is the first mantra people easily remember. O King, for those who are amassed very few pious activity, their faith in Mahaprasadam, in Govinda holy name and Vaishnava are never born. Salpa punya vatnanajam vishwasana eva jayate. Easily the faith is not established. It's not easy to get faith in Mahaprasadam, to get faith in Krishna, and to get faith in the holy name and the Vaishnavas. It is not easy. We need sufficient devotional credits. Then we get faith. Faith is not a matter of conception or thought or sentiment. Faith is a matter of realization, which is a gift by Krishna. Correct? Faith is a gift by Krishna. In our heart there is so much faith. It's a gift. These are the jewels of gifts of Krishna. So we have faith. It's a great fortune. This we chant. Sharira Bidya Jarendriya Krishna Bharadaya. Oh brothers, the mental body, the place of ignorance, and the senses, the network of past, the senses throw the soul into this ocean of mental enjoyment, and all the senses, the tongue is the most ferocious and uncontrollable. It is very difficult to conquer the tongue in this world, oh brothers. Lord Krishna is very kind to us and has given us such nice prasadam just to control the tongue. Now let us take this prasadam to a full satisfaction and glorify the Lordship, Shri Shri Radha Krishna, and in love call for the help of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda. Okay. Oh brothers, one day at Shantipura in Sri Advaita's house, Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda was seated at Prasadam. When Lord Chaitanya tasted the green vegetable, he said, "My devotee, the shak is so delicious." Lord Krishna has definitely tasted it. At the taste of such shak as this, love of Krishna arises in this heart. In such love, you should take this Prasadam, giving up all materialistic concession and taking the Lord's Prasadam. All of you chant Hari Hari. Continue. Oh brothers, when Madandapuri took prasadam in the courtyard of Mother Sachi, uncontrollable ecstatic symptoms of love of God overwhelmed him while he ate. So prasadam is so potent actually. It can give you love of Krishna, every grain. There is one more famous quote which I was looking. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu glorifies prasadam in few verses. He said, definitely Krishna has tasted it. Krishna's saliva is there. That is what happened. We used to have very nice khichdi in Bangalore. And people used to ask, what are the recipes? The recipe is Krishna's saliva is there. So actually, we don't take anybody's uchishta. You fall sick if you take somebody's remnant, correct? But we are eating Krishna's remnant, and that is purifying. So sometimes this question comes, we are offering food to the Lord, but then how is it that the same food remains? So Prabhupada asked this question, how do you know he ate it? So Prabhupada said, Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishishyate. There is a famous pastime where what happens, one boy is there, very poor. So this boy asked his mother that my teacher's big function is there, everybody is bringing something, but I don't have anything to take. You know, the teacher was a Gurukul, so there is a big function. So all the Gurukul children are gone to their home to bring something, so that function can be there. Guru has nothing. In Vedic time, Brahmana will be with no help. So you all help us so that we can have a big festival. So what I am going to take, everybody said what they are going to bring. Somebody said they'll bring rice, somebody said they'll bring milk. So mother said, we don't have anything in house. There's nothing in house. What can you? And how many people are coming? 300. 300. What? We don't have anything. We are very, very poor. No, I can't say nothing. What should I do? So Krishna is very kind to the poor. You ask Krishna. So just like the mother of Dhruva, she sent him to search for Krishna. So where is Krishna? In the forest. They all look for Krishna in the forest because previously sages sit in the forest. So what is the name? Dinabandhu, his friend of the poor. You heard the story. So he goes and starts crying, Dinabandhu, please help me. The child. So like Dhruva Maharaj, Krishna responded. And he said, yeah, what do you want? No, my guru's place, something has to be given. So what should I? You tell him I'll bring all the curd. So he went and told the guru, my Dinabandhu brother said he will supply all the curd you need. So child, just small child, he innocently believed. So guru was very happy. Okay, good, curd is done. Rice is done, curd is done, all item. Now we can have the feast. So he invited whole town and there was big prasadam distribution. Then what happened? So in the morning everybody has to go to bring items. So everybody went to their house to bring items. So he also went to forest to search for Dinabandhu because he had promised curd. So he said, I have told Guru where curd, so give me curd now. So he gave him a small glass with curd. Not glass today, like matka, small matka. So then he went to the Guru. So Guru said, so where is the curd? 300 people, they brought sufficient curd. So, that's all my Dinabandhu Dada. So Guru became so angry actually, just kept in one corner. With anger he just walked away. As he walked, the vessel, fell down. And when he kept it back, again curd came. So that is like the Om, the Prabhupada then loudly chant, Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. So that is the effect of Krishna. Okay? What is the effect of Krishna? Whatever tasted by Krishna can remain as it is. So even though Krishna takes prasadam, it becomes Purna nature, remains as it is. It takes Krishna's nature. That is the explanation given in the Shastra. Even though Krishna eats and Krishna's saliva is there, it remains as it is. It doesn't reduce. Why it doesn't reduce? It takes Krishna's nature. Now, it is inconceivable, yes it is. Prasadam is not beyond our capacity. Therefore somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, how do I know Krishna has eaten it? So Prabhupada said, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, what does it say? Patram pusham phalam toyam yoma bhakta parechati. Then? Asnami priyatatmada. So he says, if somebody with bhakti, yome bhaktya, there are 2-3 times Krishna is mentioning bhakti, bhakti, bhakti. With devotion when you offer, I take it. Asnami. Asna means I take. So Prabhupada says now, Krishna is the supreme authority. He is saying I eat. Is he telling a lie? So whom should I believe? Should I believe him? Or should I believe a loafer like you? Prabhupada speaks a strong word. That person head is down. Krishna is saying I eat. And you are saying it doesn't eat. So whom should I believe? Should I believe Krishna or should I believe you? It's better I believe Krishna. Because Krishna said, yes, I eat. But only condition Krishna says, with love. So when devotees, overall person, integrity is a devotee. He wants to serve Krishna. When he offers, definitely Krishna accepts. That's what Krishna has promised in Bhagavad Gita. Okay? So in that respect, we know Krishna eats. And as Krishna eats, the food transforms. It no longer is material, it becomes spiritual. And by eating that food, we are also affected. Srila Prabhupada ki